I was just sipping on some water. Hi! Happy Wednesday! How are you guys doing? It is hump week, right? That's the term for Wednesday. I had a little blank for a second. It's hump week. We did it. We're almost there. I'm so proud of you, whoever you are. Okay? You made it. You made it. So if you're here, you're watching, you're with me, congratulations to us. I feel like we need to say congratulations to us. Okay? So exciting. All right, you guys. So tonight's Business Nights with Antonia is super duper special. I mean, every episode that we do obviously is amazing. It's great. It's just uplifting. It's enjoyable. It's funny. It's funky, fresh, however you want to call it. But tonight, you guys, tonight lays the groundwork for a beautiful, hopefully new partnership and a beautiful new just leveling up of Business Nights with Antonia. We have an amazing vessel on tonight as our special guest, and she will not just be talking to you. Oh no. Oh no, right? She is also going to be cooking and sharing her recipes with you in her journey, right? And figuring out or explaining to you guys exactly what her why is and what she's focused on right now. So I love food. I actually ate right before I came on here, and I brushed my teeth and I drank some water, and she's cooking food. There's nothing better in the world. It's a food and two sisters who's kicking butt in this entrepreneur journey, right? That's what I think. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into our first segment, shall we? Oh, I think I heard somebody in the back say, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, let's go with business relevant. So the business relevant topic tonight is actually something, it might be pretty controversial, but it's a little bit of a positive, goofy spin. So I absolutely love TikTok. Now, I'm on TikTok. I've created 4 little tickies or 4 little talkies. God, I sound so old, but whatever. So I made like 4 little TikToks, and I have like 40 little followers now who are watching my 4 little TikToks. And one of the TikToks that I really want to make, but I'm very afraid to do, just for like branding, whatever, and because I think I look foolish, is this one where people are kind of making fun of how it will be when you get your first injection of the vaccination. And it's like they're like jerking, and like it's like there's another one where there people are going through these symptoms of like turning into an elephant or turning into a rhino. Like, it's super duper funny. I think it's hilarious. But the topic, business relevant, is would you do something like that? Is that on brand for you? Is that something, are you goofy to that level, right? Would you actually do a TikTok video or a TikTok or whatever you want to call it for something that is actually very serious and going on in the media? So to answer the question, because I asked it to you, my thing is, yes, I would. I'm a little afraid just because I'm goofy on camera, but I could be like real goofy, y'all. And I don't know if y'all are ready for all this goofy jelly. Like, I don't know if that's something you want in your life right now, but I totally applaud that, like every single video that other people are doing on there. I think that it is an awesome way of how to turn something so serious, and that could be potentially sad or worrisome or make people anxious, into something funny so that you can package it and absorb it a little bit better. So that's how I look at it. Some people are like, oh, you're making fun of, vaccinations. No, we're just trying to release some of this sadness, being away from each other and just having a little fun. So would you do that? Let me know in the comments if you would. I totally think you totally should. Oh, hi, Shannon. Thank you. I put her on a few minutes ago. I appreciate it. So exciting to meet you and to have you on here. Okay, so let's roll right into our next topic. So the next one is, hi, Antonia. So this is going to be actually a hi, Antonia in reverse. So I actually asked a question to someone the other day, and I asked them about, did you keep your kids at home after they turned 18? And this actually kind of goes into our Antonia's 2 cents. I'll tell you my point of view under the 2 cents segment. So I asked them, did you keep your kids at home once they became, over of age as an adult legally. And one of the responses that I received back, one of them said, no, one of my first kid, I pushed her out. It was hard. It was difficult. And then another woman said, yeah, all my kids I pushed out when they were 18. And there's a lot of mixed ideas and messages in regards to these particular topics. Honestly, there's no right or wrong answer. I will tell you what my parents did, and then in the next segment, I'll tell you what I'm doing for my kids. So my parents, my dad and my stepmother were like, okay, you're 18, bye. Like, and not just them, like I wasn't a horrid kid, right? I was super lovable. I mean, I had sass, class, and brains, right? So I was all of those things. But my parents still wanted me to go, is what I'm trying to say. But I wanted to go just as equally as much. So like when I turned 18 during a weekday. On that weekend, Friday, I was driving to Gainesville to go put a deposit down on an apartment because I went to University of Florida. And it's actually when I got my first ticket, because being in Tampa, there's not a lot of hills. And I feel like that copper knew that, and he just wanted to give me my first ticket. But basically, when you drive down a hill, you're supposed to put your foot on the brake. I learned that day. 18 years old, I found that out. So it's like, so let's go ahead and roll into. Okay. I wanted to say one more thing. So my parents did do that, but they were okay with pushing myself and my sister out because they had trained us. They taught us how to be independent, to be free thinkers, to, think a long time before you make a quick decision. And it was okay for them. So that kind of worked in their favor. So moving over to the next segment, Antonia's 2 cents. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not pushing my kids out when they turn 18. Not because they can't make it, not because I'm not teaching them to be independent and strong. Like my kids I'm very proud of the progress that they have accomplished this far. They do laundry, they dust, they sweep, they do yard work. They know how to make a meal for themselves. They know how to follow a recipe. They know how to read, write, calculate. Like they can make it. It's just like perfecting those things, right? Because I see them as little people, not as like tiny children with tiny minds. No, I'm going to stretch your mind no matter how old you are, right? But as far as letting them or pushing them out when they turn 18, if they want to go, they can go. I will strongly encourage them not to. I personally would love for them to stay until they're about 25. 25, 26 is when you get reduced car insurance. 25, 26, your brain is fully like formed. 25, 26, I won't be mad if, they find someone and get married, and then hopefully wait 2 or 3 years and have a baby. 25 and 26 is kind of my sweet spot where it's at for me. Not for like financial reasons or, taxes or anything like that. I just want them to be able to go to school if they choose to go to school, get a job, make sure they like that job, and start building their own savings. Of course, my husband and I are going to help them as well, but I want to make sure that they're going out into the world and not needing payday loans or payday advances or struggling and staying at a job because they absolutely hate it because they need the money. I want them to be going to school and flourishing their minds and who they are and figuring out who they are. I don't think I figured out who I was until I was like 28-ish. I realized I like my gap and I like my goofiness. And there's just a whole bunch of things that you go through as you're growing. And I don't think I will push my kids out of the nest at 18. Not quite yet. So Teresa says, me either. I want them to, they're ready to go and have some assets. Let them build. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I love it. All right, you guys. So we're actually going to bring out our special guest. But before I bring her out, okay, you're going to love her. She is, I want to set the stage. So if you could combine the world's best chef with the biggest heart, the most beautiful smile, you still wouldn't even get this woman. Do you understand? The things that she's actually doing, her business mind, the multiple streams she's created, and then also the amount that she actually gives back is phenomenal. So I cannot wait for you guys to meet her and make sure you show her some love because I love her. Okay, here we go. Miss Javon.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
I'm excited to be here. I hope you all are hungry.
Oh, yes. So before we get into the cooking, explain to everyone who you are and what is Chow On Eats.
Well, my name is Javon, and I am pretty much a foodie. And it's a different kind of foodie. It's not the type that goes to different restaurants and critique the restaurant and the meals. It's a love affair with all things food. I'm talking about the way food heals, nurtures, comforts you. I've been a nutritionist, restaurant manager, hospitality manager, caterer. I have a frozen product line in the Midwest, grocery store as well. I've had a restaurant, quality assurance, health inspection. I've cooked abroad. I lived in Asia. I speak Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. I worked in WIC, taught children, and currently during the pandemic, I said, these babies aren't in school. A lot of them are missing nourishing meals. And I saw what was out there and I said, I know that I could help them and do things in a fun, nutritional way, as well as incorporate culture and language. So I created Chow On Eats. And Chow On is actually my Chinese given name. Chow means skillful and On means peace. But I flipped it and made it American or English, and it's chow on. So I always ask the children, are you ready to chow on? And they say chow on. So it's a whole culture thing, yeah, for children.
So cool. How long did you live in Asia?
2 years. I lived in Taiwan, so the Republic of China. Yeah. And loved it. Loved it.
Yes. Okay. So
and they loved me.
I feel like we have to plan some trips together because
yes.
My husband not trying to go to Taiwan, but I am.
Okay.
So.
Mine's not either because it's a tropical island. So he doesn't want to go because it's hot. It's okay. If we go, I have friends that will pick us up. We will be on the beach. We will eat and enjoy ourselves. And we'll bring them back souvenirs. Hi, Miss Teresa. She said, hey, Javon. Hey.
I love our audience. They're amazing. So much. So you had this brilliant idea because you saw what was out there for children. And so you created a YouTube channel that they can actually watch you on there. Now, how do they get access to the YouTube channel? What is it that the parents have to do?
So pretty much when I publish the videos, I put it where they could, it's well-versed for parents, adults, and children. So if there is a video that's strictly aimed for children, it will say kiddos approved, meaning that they could participate. And in the video, I teach them to wash their hands. Shoshi, wash our hands. and then, to go get the adult or guardian or someone who can handle what's coming up in the video, So like if they need to use a stove or if they, need to get a pan or something like that. But in the meantime, I am offering for the month of December because it's all about online. Everyone wants something to come to their home. So there's an apparel line with over 60 items of aprons, cups, socks, everything that says Chow On Eats, my other company, Egg Rolls, etc. And then another one I'll tell you about for the adults. But with the purchase of anything from our brand line, they can participate in a free virtual cooking class.
That's
and
awesome.
So I have some for the rest of the month. Even someone just booked for December 26th, the day after Christmas, because they live in one state and their little cousins, 6 and 13, and they won't be able to see each other this year. So they're going to see each other with Chow On Eats and cook. We're going to do a brunch.
Amazing. Oh, I love this. Oh,
and the parents will be there too. Yeah.
That is such a fun activity. And that's going to be a memory they're going to remember forever. I mean, what a way to spend and, close out the year. I don't know if they have had a bad year. I'm not putting that on anybody, but what a way to close out the year to make such a fun memory. That is awesome. That's amazing. I'm going to have to try to be like I'm 12 and jump onto that.
No, just come on. It'll be a new experience. We'll learn some things together. There's even mocktails for the children. What? Yes. Well,
Yes.
everything for them to create. Because
Okay.
that's, yeah, it's a true brunch.
Oh, that is so cool. Okay. I need to RSVP.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing? What are you cooking tonight? And what recipes can you share with us? So, what are we doing? You tell me. I'll let you have the wheel.
Okay. So the other brand that I was speaking of for adults, because a lot of people, they're confused as to, well, what are you? You're no longer a nutritionist. I'm not like affiliated with any hospitals or anything anymore. I no longer own a
Mhm.
restaurant. So it's like, well, are you a chef? No, I'm not a chef, but I'm so chefish. And you could be so chefish too. If you want. So chefish is the term for people that love food.
Mhm.
They're knowledgeable about food. They love the world of culinary, but they're not a chef. They don't have the ego nor the
Mhm.
patience to deal with the chef wife. So that's so chefish. And
Mhm.
so I created a line of gourmet oils. And this
Oh.
is so Chefish Gourmet. And I
Oh.
and I can ship this online. They come in these lightweight pouches, and you'll see me in the video using them in here. So I transfer these until we all have these little type of, pretty bottles.
Yeah. Oh.
And today's flavor, we're going to use our shrimp creole flavored cooking oil.
That's
Yes.
yummy. Ooh, okay.
For our easy peasy jambalaya.
Okay.
And we're using leftover turkey. So actually, like, what do you do with it? Yeah, you can make a turkey pot pie. Yeah, but
Or it's your,
we're gonna do a jambalaya, one skillet jambalaya using one of our gourmet shrimp oils.
Mhm.
And so I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, let me go ahead and put your pot on the screen.
Okay.
Here we go, people. Woo.
Okay. So, like I said, we're gonna use some of our delicious Chefish Gourmet oil. Get that heat in the skillet. Now, I do have other flavors. I'm just using shrimp. I have a Cajun Trinity oil too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna let that get hot.
I just ate,
Like,
making me
that's,
hungry again
that's
already.
okay. That's okay because, of course, I like to cook with different healthy spins. So I chose turkey. A lot of people have deprivation and sleeping issues
Mm-hmm.
during 2020. You need to eat you some turkey. There's tryptophan in there, which helps balances your sleep.
Tryptophan. Okay.
Tryptophan. And that's why it's on a lot of food service menus, like in for school lunches and whatnot. They're trying to get those kids wind down and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Tryptophan. Okay, so I just put a little bit of garlic in a skillet, and then I have my freshly cut shallots. And whenever I make like a Creole type of dish, you gotta have onion and Trinity vegetables. So as you see, we have our beautiful bell pepper, onion, celery, and that's just saved some of that from Thanksgiving. I love it.
I love yellow bell peppers. They taste
Yeah.
so good. I
And
mean,
you
red
can
and
use
white tastes good too, but yellow, it just has a bit of different taste.
and sweetness too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So put that in there. And then something that I like to add that's a secret because I do have family from New Orleans. They're Creole. You can use canned tomatoes, but I have so many fresh tomatoes. I actually use fresh tomatoes. They're
Mm.
like my easy peasy skillet jambalaya. Great source of lycopene, which has antioxidants, cancer fighting properties. Beautiful. It helps with beautiful skin and blemishes. And it adds freshness to this dish.
Mm.
As you see.
That
Okay.
smell. It looks like it smells so good.
Oh, it's amazing. And I do add a little pinch of salt just to help break down the fibers of the bell pepper and onion. Okay. So I'm just going to show you real quick. See that turkey? I left it kind of shredded big because my husband wants to see the meat.
Okay.
So here you go. But you can definitely use a plant-based protein, or you can keep it completely veggie. This would be great with portobello mushrooms if you are, into the plant-based life. And then I have some sausages as well. So because this is already cooked, I'm gonna put this in here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, amazing. I'm just gonna let that cook a little. And as
So
you see,
I'm
that
sorry.
little bit of oil went a long way.
It did.
hmm And it's olive oil based.
How long does this meal typically take for you to make? Because
20 minutes.
that's it.
Because the whole thing is it's mostly the prep work. If you have leftover chicken or leftover turkey like I did,
Mhm.
literally the prep work is in the vegetables and you can buy them frozen. But during Thanksgiving, I had extra, Trinity vegetables from the dressing, from the stuffing. And
Okay.
I just froze some because I said, oh no, we have to get our fix of easy peasy jambalaya.
Yes.
Yes. So because we do eat shrimp, I'm going to add a couple of shrimp in here. I'm gonna just put them in the middle, and they're gonna cook during the cooking process. So don't worry about any cross contamination because it still has to cook and steam, and you don't want the shrimp to overcook.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's what
at
I
this time,
you added fresh shrimp instead of the
yes,
frozen pink shrimp you can get from
yes,
Walmart or somewhere. Okay, gotcha.
yes. These are just clean, split, and deveined. So next, I have my Cajun seasoning, and you can use Hubei, Obey, Yobei, somebody's bay. It's right here. Black pepper, a little bit of cayenne pepper, fresh thyme, oregano, and most Black Americans use garlic powder and onion powder in everything, and that's how I
Yeah,
was raised. So I'm doing it, and it's in
and
there. That's what
that
I
green
want.
bottle all-purpose seasoning
It's
too.
all purpose, yes. And so we're gonna put that in there, let that cook, give it a good stir. Make sure you stir over those shrimp, and you can already see that they're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually found some brown jasmine rice. And
Mm.
brown rice is gluten free for those that are trying to avoid gluten. So what I did, I pre-cooked it just for TV purposes, but you don't have to. You don't have to. You can put it uncooked in here and let it all cook together. In fact, I prefer it that way. We're just going to add just a little bit of oil because I want to. We're going to also add a little bit of Tabasco because I like a little kick. And then this is some tomato sauce.
Mm.
And that's going to help with giving our jambalaya that vibrant color. Even with brown rice, it's going to still have that amazing.
Now, what happens when I try to make this and it don't look as pretty as yours?
But
So,
guess what? Because I put this recipe on YouTube just for your viewers,
oh
is
my god,
going, yes, it's going to be, this is just a little bit of paprika, which will also help with the color. And then we're also going to add some chicken stock. And this is my leftover chicken stock. It's homemade. That's why it's in this jar. Yes. And we're going to give it a good stir. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of dry parsley. And
you
we're
said
going to,
dry parsley.
yeah, I love that color. It gives it a special taste always in it. Make sure that you even everything around it.
CJ says, "I know it smells good in there."
It smells amazing, CJ. You in here, whoop whoop, and then bay leaves. So you want to add the bay leaves in, and you're gonna put a lid on it. A little, yeah. lid on it. Let it simmer low and slow until all of the liquid has evaporated. And then we're going to check back on it. Literally, it'll take about maybe 5 minutes because I pre-cooked the rice. But if you do not want to use rice, you can use quinoa, which or make it keto and use cauliflower rice. You know, so there are some alternatives there. And that's pretty much it. If anyone has any questions, comments, concerns.
Oh, okay. If you guys go ahead and put your questions or comments into the comment section. I do have a question. So what is the serving size for what you just made? Is that enough for 2 people? Or is that just for 1 person?
Yes. I cook for 2. It's just the 2 of us. So you can definitely double it up. My email address and website, rather, is on the YouTube channel. So if anyone has any questions about it or how to double the recipe, you can. And then the ingredients are also listed because I do not like videos that do not list, the recipe. So what I try to tell people to do is take a screenshot when it pops up, because I type everything out up there in the video, because you got to watch the video.
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be in the comments or under the fold. You have to look at it. Okay.
Yes, you got to watch the video, right? I don't put them at the bottom. It's in the video. And you screenshot. So.
Yes. Okay. So what is it going to look like when it's done?
I'm going to show you. It's pretty much done. Like, this is perfect. I'm going to show you. Don't show it yet.
Okay, I will. I'll keep it little. Yeah, I'll just take it out.
The catfish and me, I have to plate it up. Discard the bay leaf. Okay, you gotta discard the bay leaf.
I've always had that question because, like, my husband, he's the cook in the family. I mean, I love my family, so therefore I don't cook. So Teresa said, "LOL." So he always makes things and he puts the bay leaves in there, and he leaves them in there. And I always want to say to him, "I think you should take these out," but I don't want to like mess up, bite the hand that feeds me. So
here's the thing. There's different myths culturally. There's different myths to the bay leaf. They'll say, oh, there's even a demise affiliated with eating a bay leaf. No, there will not be any demise. Eating a bay leaf, however, it doesn't taste good.
No. Well, so what my kids do is they'll push it to the side of their plate and they'll just eat around it. So I'm like, I think we should just take them out.
Yeah, take them out because it doesn't taste good. If anything, this is why I'm different. So here's a tip. Bay leaves, besides having the same type of purpose as burning sage.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so you can order the Grecian one, the Mediterranean ones. They're huge, and you can put affirmations on them if you're into that sort of life and culture. You can put affirmations on them, and then you burn them. And I'm telling you, they have a history of being like used like sage. And then not only that, they're great in helping to lower high blood pressure and diabetes. So you can make a tea.
Oh yeah, I need to grab those for that. Oh my gosh.
Regular bay leaves, literally when you're doing your ginger tea, we're all pretty much doing that with the lemon and the limes and the ginger. Throw a bay leaf in there, let it steep. You can add cinnamon, honey, whatever you want to it, but bay leaves help in that regard too. And you can show it.
Oh, okay. Bam! That looks so good.
Is your queen to be?
I love that movie too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. And that took like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, and you and your husband would be eating like this? This is disgraceful. My husband needs to step it up. This is ridiculous.
And you
No,
know,
I'm good. He's a good cook.
but here's the thing, like, cooking is therapy for me. She said, yes, your plate is here, Teresa. It's here. Look, come close. Open up.
There you go.
Ah, wait, this is yours. This one is for you. There you go. Oh, thank you, Takia. Said she doesn't like shrimp. And you can put in it whatever you want. If you have leftover ham, roast, think about like the leftovers. I'm
Mhm.
all about the leftovers. And with my shrimp, I even take I never buy the cooked ones. I always buy the raw ones and I clean them or buy them clean. And I
Mhm.
save the shells, and I freeze them. Put them in a Ziploc bag, label them, put them in the freezer. They make the best stock for
Ooh.
clam chowder. These seafood boils, people are buying the little flavor in the bottle. That's that.
Own. Oh, my mind is blown right now. You just blew my mind. Like now my stomach, I need to quickly go over so I can eat this meal. And then you blew my mind. Like that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, if you guys, I have to show this one more time. I can't. Look how beautiful that is.
Isn't she lovely?
Historic moment. The very first meal made on Business Nights with Antonia. Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yes.
So if you guys want to be a part of her show that she teaches children and also adults too how to cook, go ahead and find her on her website. Go ahead and purchase one of the items on her website. I believe it's an apron, and then you will get instant access to a free live cooking class. I'm sure if my husband's watching, he's definitely going to say, I need to do that because it's sad. It's sad. So this is so good. I am so happy that you came on tonight.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. And we're Chow On Eats on YouTube, and you can go to www.chowoneats.com.
Chow On Eats on YouTube.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I love it. All right.
right.
I'm going to, if you don't mind holding on for a few minutes, I'm going to send you backstage and then I can give you a proper goodbye. Is that okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. I'm going to leave your food up. No, I'm going to.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, you guys. Wasn't she amazing? I told you. You were totally going to fall in love with Mr. Vaughn. I have. And the fact that she can actually make an awesome bang out and it looks delicious meal on live and not skip a beat is phenomenal to me. I really, really appreciate it. So Teresa says, cool, I'll check it out. I really got to go. Yes. So I definitely want to say, as I always do on these lives, thank you so much for being a part. Thank you for watching and supporting us. It makes it so much better when we can share in these nights together. So if you need anything, you know where to find me. And now you know where to find Miss Javon down in the ticker tape. Reach out to her. All right, you guys. Bye.